Gangster Paradise.
Mi amor de verano. I don't know. I don't. We don't know. We don't sing.
Shake that ass for me.
Shake that ass for me.
Hello friends, today we meet a lovely couple who is come from different country. Carlos from Mexico and Kelly from Canada. We want to know their love story from themselves and about their future plan. So let's do it, Talktube. How did you meet each other?
We met traveling. We are both travelers, so we both met while we were traveling. We were traveling in Turkey.
Yeah, we stayed in the same hostel together in Turkey, and we went for a hike the next day together, and yeah, the rest is history. We ended up traveling together after that.
Both of you are from different country and different culture. So how did you find that much attraction to make a stable relationship?
Okay, well, I don't think it was that hard. Carlos and I had a lot in common from the first moment that we met. It was always really easy to talk to each other. And I mean, Canada and Mexico are different, but they're not so different, really. I mean, there's differences, but it's not like the biggest gap, I don't think.
Yeah, like as she said, like even though we are from different countries and probably different cultures, the difference is not really big. No, we are both people who is open-minded, and we both like traveling. So I think that's the main thing that connects us. So, like the difference that we have are probably small.
Yeah, I've had a lot more in common with Carlos than I think any other person, really. Like, we share a lot.
So Kelly, can you please tell some likings and dislikings of Carlos?
Some things I like and some things I don't like.
And Carlos also has to do the same. To tell us something about some good things about like and something you don't like about Kelly.
Okay, so me first?
Yeah.
I like so many things about Carlos. He's very intelligent. He is very adventurous, very intrepid. He's very sweet, despite what he might show other people. Very kind, very curious about the world. Very driven, ambitious. It's a long list of things. Things that I don't like, that's a lot harder. He doesn't have the most patience sometimes. I don't think you can argue with that. Gosh, what else? I don't know. There's not that much I can say that I don't like. You could work on your patience.
Yeah. Yeah. My girlfriend, she's very smart and very funny.
He's quoting South Park.
No, I think Kelly is also a very funny person and very curious, very nice, very smart, especially that. A person who is always going for it, adventurous, is definitely a quality that she has. She's very tender and very cute, very feminine, something that I really like from her. Also, she's a great cook. She really knows how to cook. And yeah, I mean, that's like talking about her way of being, like, but the other side, like physically, just look at her. She's also very attractive, I think. I really like her height and her eyes. So yeah, I mean, I like all on her physically. And that I don't like.
Don't say it.
Well, you know, nobody's perfect. And
Please tell us the most special things about Carlos.
The most special things? You got cut off. You didn't get to say what you dislike.
it was
better that way.
Yeah, better that way.
The most special thing about Carlos, I mean, there's so many things that I like about Carlos, but I think one of the most special things and unique things about Carlos is his passion. Like when Carlos is really excited and passionate about something, he really like lights up about it, and he's always like researching things.
The most one.
Yeah, it's that, I'd say, like his passion, because he's always he's very passionate about history, he's very passionate about travel, and so he invests a lot of time researching those topics and sharing those things with me and with other people. So I think that's the most special thing. Yeah.
Please tell about Carl.
I will say that is the
Special things, most special things.
I think it's how much effort she puts on things. I think it's also it's related with passion. It's like she's also very passionate about everything she does, like her work, the things she likes, the things she sang on. She's very, very passionate. So she puts a lot of effort and she doesn't stop until she achieves what she's looking.
Now please tell us about your future plan.
Well, it's at the same time it's kind of elaborated, it's kind of complicated, but at the same time it's very simple. Like our plan is just keep traveling. It's like we have the idea to visit as much as we can, like see, experiment, feeling different parts of this world. So yeah, we are going basically with the wind.
I mean, that's true. But we also talk about other things. It's just that whenever we talk about them, it's always like, maybe, or then we change the plan the next day. Like, I don't know, a couple weeks ago we were talking, wouldn't it be nice to live in Italy? And, discussing what it would be like to do that or how we could do that.
Then we were thinking, why not better living in India?
Yeah, or I mean, we've talked a lot about living in Mexico. Like, I don't know, we're always open to different possibilities. But right now, the main thing that we want to do is travel, and I think that's going to be the way that things are going to be for quite a while. So,
how long you are traveling together, and how long you want to travel together in the trip?
Well, we've been traveling together since we met, which was close to 2 years ago, and this trip is going to be, I don't know how long you think, like
maybe a year.
Maybe.
This year, yeah. We travel for longer lengths, yeah.
Yeah, so maybe 10 months to a year for this one, but then we want to keep traveling together always.
Yeah.
If you get married, then where you will live in Mexico or Canada or someone else?
We're still not sure. Like we're always changing plans. Maybe Mexico, maybe somewhere in the world. like maybe we will see every country in the world and then we will decide. Once we have seen every country, we will decide which one is our favorite.
The thing, I'd say, not Canada though.
Everybody wants to live in Canada except the Canadians.
Yeah, I'm like, no, please take me somewhere warm.
Carlos and Kelly, would you love to inspire others to go for cross-boundary relationship?
Yeah. Would we like to inspire others to have cross-border relationships?
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Absolutely. Yeah.
I recommend it. I recommend a Mexican.
I like Canadians.
So why would you love to inspire?
Well, sometimes you can't find what you're looking for at home, so it's better. Better to look somewhere else.
Yeah.
In case of relationship among people of different countries and cultures, what others should do or follow? Like your suggestions from your perspective.
For people from very different... The thing is that I feel like we're not so different. There are differences, like with how we were raised and religion and things like that, but ultimately, I think because we have really similar values and a lot of similar personality traits, it hasn't been so hard.
No. I will say that if someone is considering getting a partner from other country, should really consider the cultural stuff, because many things can have in common, but if you are coming from very different cultures and you were raised with different values, this can cause troubles in the relationship. So it's true that all these things can overcome with the power of love, but at the same time you should be careful and be sure what you're doing. As Kelly said, we have basically same values, same culture. We rarely have like a conflict about our culture, but if it will be like completely opposite parts of the world, like if we will be raised with different religions or something, it might be complicated. It's possible still, but it will be more complicated.
Yeah, especially if they had children, then it would be really hard.
Yeah, like when you reach that point, it will be even harder.
Yeah, but I think for us, I mean, I think the main thing is that you have to make sure you and your partner have similar values, and it doesn't really matter where you were raised, but having similar values and similar priorities is really important. So.
Yeah.
And what are the obstacles to find one's love from another country or another culture or another religion? Some obstacles, common obstacles.
The obstacles of finding love
From another country, a culture, religion, custom.
meeting them.
Yeah.
Finding them.
Yeah. Being willing to go beyond your comfort zone, because like around you will always find people that is like you, but you have to be willing to go beyond and be willing to meet different people to you and give the chance to meet someone different.
And both of you are from same religion, Christianity.
We are both raised in the same Christian culture.
Christian culture, but not quite the same. Yeah.
If you both of you would from different religion, what could make some trouble or make some confusion?
The fact is, once you grow up, once you are an adult, I think you should put aside many things that you grew up and understand that everybody has a different point of view about life and about religion. So even though if I will be, I don't know, raised in a completely different culture than Kelly, I will take my own decisions. I will have to take my own decisions and decide if it's good or not, what is good and what is bad.
I think what I'll say though is it depends how religious you are, because if your religious beliefs are so important to you, then I think you're going to really have a hard time if you're with somebody who doesn't share the same beliefs. But if you're kind of like I was raised this way, but it's not like the most important thing in my life, then I think it's easier to be with someone from a different background or religion. And I think Carlos and I don't necessarily share everything in common when it comes to religion. He was raised a lot more Catholic than me, but it hasn't been such a huge problem because we might just have different worldviews in some way, but I think at the essence we believe the same things, which like you should treat people with kindness and love thy neighbor, all that stuff.
Yeah. I don't book the other cheek, but
don't turn the other cheek.
Don't turn the other cheek. I never turn the other cheek.
How traveling helps to find one's soulmate?
Wow.
I think it's not about traveling. I think it's about following your passions.
Exactly. Yes.
It's like I was not seeking for a partner when I was traveling, but because I was traveling, I found her. So I was doing what I liked. So if one keeps doing what you like, you will probably find in the same road someone similar to you. Because like the secret ingredient is not go and travel and you will find your soulmate. It's not about that. It's like do what you like, and in the way you will find someone with the similar likes as you.
Exactly. I actually remember when I was a teenager, my mom telling me, because I always wanted to travel. I loved traveling, and I hoped that I would someday meet a partner who loved to travel. And my mom told me a story about a friend of hers who was single until she was in her 40s, but she was traveling all the time. She traveled all over the world. She did it all on her own, and eventually she met somebody. And now they travel the world together. And I remember my mom telling me that, if you love to travel, that's what you have to do. You have to do what you love, and you'll meet somebody else who loves the same things that you do. And so I think that goes for anything. For us, it's traveling, but I don't know, maybe you love soccer, or you love
Sports.
crocheting, or I don't know, whatever it is that you love, like do that and meet other people who like to do that. And
Yeah, be authentic, be yourself, and you will find someone who is similar to you.
yeah.
What is your suggestion for a healthy relationship?
Communication. Everyone always says communication, but
Yeah.
I think that's true. But I think a lot of people don't actually know what that means. I think it's a lot easier said than done. You have to be very self-aware. You have to be willing to apologize.
Yeah,
Really-
I always forgive her. Always forgive, and I always do. I always do that.
I forgive as well. I think you have to be really empathetic and be willing to put yourself in your partner's shoes a lot of the time, because otherwise you can be resentful or have misunderstandings. But if you just think about your partner's point of view, I think it really helps to resolve a lot of problems.
Yeah.
Last, I want you to sing a romantic song to us.
No, everything about that.
Anything.
No,
Someone,
I know you
a
can
Mexican song.
no, please. Like, don't ask me to sing. I'm terrible singer now.
Okay, can you sing? You will go like.
Oh my gosh. I don't know what song.
Gangster Paradise.
Mi amor de verano. I don't know. I don't. We don't know. We don't sing.
Shake that ass for me.
Shake that ass for me.
Anything of Brian Adams or
Justin?
Justin Bieber. I don't know any Justin Bieber songs by
No.
heart.
or
Oh.
American Selena Gomez?
What is a romantic song?
Oh, Jesus.
I'm like drawing a blank right now. I thought you guys were kidding about this
Yeah,
question.
please. Don't make me this. I'm a terrible singer. Yeah. Goodbye. Happy people.